Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, and my Trevorites. Yeah, lovers and haters, wasted spacers. And I know people like to be chicken chasers. And there's a lot of master bakers out there. Yeah, people that make bread. Yes. Right. But if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. And I'm going to start off by saying one thing this morning. I've noticed that my YouTube channel is like this. Nyet, nyet, nyet. YouTube Human Reviewer, I will be sending my YouTube partner an email very shortly to find out if there is still continuing restrictions on this channel. Because it doesn't look good, does it? Yes. You've got to remember that dozens of YouTubers watch my channel. And if they see that there's restrictions on it, it may stop them from starting a channel because they think that they will be censored. So we need to look at that. Okay, so it is Sunday. I went out last night to a lovely steakhouse in Ipswich called Miller and Carter. Actually, a very good place. Food was lovely. Did I drink? Well, I had to drive later on that night, so I had a small, not even a full glass, should I say, a small little bit of wine just to go with the steak. Other people did drink and then weren't really 100% cognitive functional at one stage, but there we go. Anyway, it was lovely. I got back from there last night. There was quite a few YouTubers on here doing their thing. Before I get into the news, I'm going to say this. Maybe I'm going to preempt this. This is a bit silly, but I will do it. Congratulations to the Fitness Hutch, who I think today will reach 1,000 subscribers. That's his first milestone. Because if you want to move forward on YouTube and you want to get monetized, you cannot get monetized unless you have at least 1,000 subscribers. And I do believe he's sitting, as I talk now, at 931. So I'm sure by the time everyone watches this video, you will have went across his channel and lifted him up and went, you know what? Keep going forward. You and Mel are doing okay. Right, what else? Congratulations to Absolutely Average, who I believe YouTube have offered him a podcast. So well done to him. And everybody else who's doing quite well. Keep moving forward. Yesterday, I had a bit of a... Someone posted something yesterday, and it was quite vile. And I won't mention their name. And they had a go at me about Sue Smith. So I was like, that's not really nice. I'm actually good friends with Sue Smith. So I got in touch with Sue Smith. She phoned me back later. And it seems that trolls like to jump into conversations to cause a little bit of stirring who don't even know who Sue Smith is. Them and, well, I would say that they are, and I'm going to get shouted at for saying it, but I'm going to say it, they're the type of people that I called retards. Anyway, what's happening in the news today? Well, I would like to point this out. On Monday morning, and I have heard, I will say the word alleged, it covers me legally, but I have heard that Holly Willoughby will be on the couch on Monday, on this morning, to talk about her side of the Philip Schofield saga. Now, I'll give you my opinion. She's now got the full use of a daytime programme to give over her opinion, right, without her co-host there to defend himself. I'm not saying I'm a Philip Schofield supporter, but what I'm saying is what she's about to do on Monday is absolutely despicable. But she will be in for a shock when the viewing figures for this morning slump to the gutter because she's going to go live on the show. I must point out as well, and this is a 100% fact for my YouTube Human Reviewer, she is married to an ITV producer who knows and is friends with the producer of This Morning. Are you telling me that this woman, whose husband knows everything about ITV, didn't tell her these situations? Yes. I honestly believe, as well as the previous This Morning editor, that she should have been removed for being complicit in all this bullshit. Right, what else is happening? Well, we know that Scove, I don't want to go into it, we know that Scove is now putting out the victim mentality. And it's not hard to play a victim, is it? I mean, just look at Meghan Markle. She's a victim of life. Everything's a victim. So all Philip has to do is watch a couple of her interviews, read a couple of her reports, and he will be an expert at it. Yes. And I've just heard this morning, well, I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again today. The National Portrait Gallery in London has removed the portrait of Harry and William together. It's been replaced with a portrait of the Prince and Princess of Wales. I am so happy. So happy I could cry. I wish I could cry like Meghan and just have one tear coming down here. You know, the one that you use in funerals. But I can't do it. I can't do it. So what else is happening? Just Stop Oil. Just Stop Oil, who've been trying to ruin everyone's great sporting events and stopping traffic. Well, new laws are going to be put in place to actually have them arrested for breaking the law. Now, that doesn't make sense. Because here we have a police force. And well, I know that up and down the country, United Kingdom, we have a police force. I actually think that the best police force we ever had in the United Kingdom was the Royal Ulster Constabulary in Belfast, who took no shit. If you fucked about, you got a baton round the head and you get through in the back of a police wagon, you had to go to jail and you had to pay a massive fine. If you couldn't pay the massive fine, you couldn't get parole and you stayed there. Came a hunger strike or something. But yeah, the Metropolitan Police, which I think are probably the worst police force in the United Kingdom, very woke, run by the unions that control the politicians, that make the police let you do stuff. Well, there is things happening now where you can be arrested if you are. I don't know if the law ever changed, but when I was growing up, if you went and sat in the middle of a main road, a police officer would grab you by the scruff of the neck and throw you in the back of the police car, and you'd be charged for what they call was breaking the peace. You know that, and today it seems that you're allowed to break the peace if it's for the right protest. It was just a bit strange. The LGBT people can wear rainbow flags and roll around in the middle of the main road, and you're like, oh, well, you know, they're just expressing themselves. But if you see an ordinary member of the public rolling around the road, an ambulance would come up and go, let's section them, because it doesn't look right. But it is what it is. Well, this new law coming in, which I find to be groundbreaking, is this. And the irony is something really special. Just Stop Oil are going to have their driving licenses revoked. Which makes sense anyway, because they're using diesel to drive their car. So that doesn't make sense. Every car needs oil in it. Every single vehicle on the road needs oil in the engine. So for Just Stop Oil to be using vehicles to get to their protest means that they're retarded anyway. There's something going wrong in there. That's clearly my opinion and without prejudice. Right. The good old United Kingdom, you know, the dumping ground of the world's shit. Well, guess what? Two terrorists that were locked up in 2011 because they had planned to kill British soldiers on UK soil were arrested and jailed. One of them received, and please, I want you to get your head around this. If there's police officers watching this, comment in comments below, please. Let me know the thought process of the UK law. So one of those terrorists was jailed and he received 4 life sentences. Yet he's about to come up. Fuck's sake. He received 4 life sentences, and guess what? His parole's coming up. He may get released early. But he received 4 life sentences for trying to kill British soldiers. This is how shit the UK is, yeah? Had it been in America, he'd have got an injection or he would have been electrocuted. But no, in the UK, what will we do? Taxpayers will keep them in the lovely comfort that he desires and he'll get out. Which leads me on to another stupid story, if I'm honest. Here we go. A teenager who killed an elderly man, and I wrote this down here. A teenager who killed an elderly man who has been released from prison, having done his time, is suing the Home Office because his ankle tag is stopping him from partying with his friends. Really? Really? What type of a... This is the 3rd time I've used this word now. What type of a retarded lawyer would take that case on? You have a tag on so people know exactly where you are and hopefully you will not enter an elderly home. That's why you've got a tag on, to keep the streets safe. Right. Al Pacino, at the age of 83, is about to have a baby with his girlfriend, which trumps his friend Robert De Niro, who had one at the age of 79. Are they both still competing at this age? Quite strange. And they're now saying that electric vehicles in the UK, right? We're all being forced, as you know, car tax, potholes, everything that's going on, you know. We're all being taxed to death to fix a hole, which I think is above here, 4,000 miles above here. So we're paying tax. We're paying tax in Suffolk to fix this hole in space, and we can't seem to do it at the minute. You know, no matter how much tax we pay, we can't seem to fix this ozone layer. Strange, eh? Well, electric vehicles, it's now going to cost more in the public, not on main drives, but public points. It now costs more to charge a car at a public point than it does to fill it with diesel. So, and you heard it here first, I can foresee that in the very near future, diesel prices will probably go sky high again to force us into electric vehicles, which is again, will be still sky high prices, but it might be 2p cheaper for an extra mile, which no one really cares about. Especially if you're a politician and you claim expenses. Yes. Oh, and a story which I read this morning, which I haven't written down here, but I have read this morning, is this. A young teenager who went to her GP to say that, you know, she wasn't feeling well and this here and that, and could she be checked out? Well, the GP told her to download an app called Mindfulness, and that would help her. Yeah, it didn't help her terminal tumour, is it? She's now about to die with stage 4 cancer. So well done to that GP in the NHS for another complete fucking failure. And now someone is going to die because of inconsiderate, unprofessional, lazy NHS staff. Yeah, this story's becoming quite regular now, isn't it? It's disgusting. Yeah, her family should sue the NHS for £100 million. They should. They should. Yeah. It's pity don't have someone else like Sir Tom to do a charity walk, but not for the NHS. For everyone that's died that the NHS has neglected over the last 3 years. Yeah, that would be one hell of a walk, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. We'd be out clapping for them, wouldn't we? Many people would be bending and taking a knee. Yeah. Anyway, listen, I'm not going to shoot off. I'm obviously not dressed like this. I'm not going to go out dressed like Daniel Craig, but I'm going to go out dressed like... I nearly said Philip Schofield. No, I won't dress like him. I don't want to attract people. Yeah, I want to get them away. I'm now heading out. We're going into Ipswich. Maybe grab a coffee, something. Forgot I had a coffee, didn't I? In my Trevor cup. Right, before I go, 2 people that I called out on Friday night for a book have yet to give me their address. Alexandra and Samantha, I need your address if you want to receive a signed copy of this. Other than that, keep pre-ordering it. It's sitting at number 166 now on Amazon on biographies. I need to get it into the top 100. And then, if it doesn't get into the top 100, if it doesn't get there, I will not give away 10 books next Friday. Integrity is a big thing. Listen, people, have a great day and stay safe.